Make sure the others know about the board meeting, will you? Right.
Morning, Mr. Hammond.
Morning.
Mr. Brown, telephone, please. Mr. Brown, telephone.
Can you spare a minute?
Later.
Now, Mr. Hammond. If you don't mind.
Emergency board meeting? Why, what's happened?
Ted will explain. Jennifer! What's the complaint this time? No caviar in the canteen?
Hammond Transport's in a bad way.
No, who says so?
Is there going to be a job for anyone next week or not? I mean, there have been rumours. The lads want to know what's on.
Haven't the men got anything better to do than to hang around gossiping?
Road haulage is a tough business, Mr. Hammond. Bigger firms than this have gone bust.
Well, I'll worry about that. You tell the men to stop listening to rumours. Now, go on, don't waste my time.
Mr. Hammond, you've got clerks in the accounts department, girls who type letters, men who aren't fools. Bad news gets around, you can't stop it. We're left wondering. Wouldn't it be fairer to tell us where we stand?
Bill, my father brought me into this business when I was a boy of 14. I've done the lot. I've changed wheels, I've been on the road, I've stripped gearboxes. Now, you talk about a job, but it's my life, this company. Without it, I don't know what I'd do. I can't even imagine it.
I know that, Mr. Hammond. But that's just you. I'm thinking about men with wives and families. There's only one of you. There's a lot of them.
I'll do anything on God's earth to keep this firm going, whether I like what I'm doing or not.
Ah, but can you do it?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Well, when will you know?
Later on this morning.
Sorry to interrupt. Something's come up. I was going to speak to you outside.
Oh, it's all right. I'm just going.
Thanks, Bill.
Well?
Since Jill talked to you, she's had a session with her solicitors. She got things wrong. It's not what she thought.
Well, she told me she was inheriting £250,000.
That's the gross figure. Estate duty comes to £135,000. To pay that, she'll have to sell off investments. Besides which, there are a good many charges on the estate to be met.
All right. Well, how much will she be left with?
Well, she'll be selling shares on a falling market, so it's hard to be sure, but net, probably well under 100,000.
Well, that's all we need. Look, Dave, I'll start the meeting off, and then I'll bring you in to explain the position to the others.
Ted, she'll be backing Hammond Transport with everything she's got. Gambling we pull through. Now, suppose we don't.
We will.
She could lose it all.
Is Jill still agreeable?
Yes, she is.
All right. That's good enough for me. Let's begin, shall we?
Where's Carter?
He won't be here.
Why not?
He's been unavoidably detained elsewhere.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry.
Right, there are two subjects this morning. The first is Carter himself. The second is a proposal, but I'll come to that later. First, then, Harry Carter. What I have in...
Morning. Sorry I'm late. No one told me about the meeting. I only heard because I was chatting up Debbie.
You weren't told because your presence isn't necessary.
That's your opinion, not mine. I want to hear what's being said.
You'll be told the decision of this board in due course.
But I'm still a member of this board, Mr. Chairman. I might want to vote, which is my right. Right. Let's get started, shall we?
I know that Edward's to be best man. Who'll be giving you away?
An uncle of mine, my father's brother. He's nice. I like him.
Oh, good. I suppose you've sent your invitations out?
Yes. My mother's abroad. She can't be there. There won't be very many from my side, I'm afraid.
Jill, in the circumstances, would you like to stay here for a few days before the wedding? I mean, be married from here? No, please say no if you don't think it's a good idea. I won't be offended.
No, I'd like that very much. Thank you.
Good.
That's the position. We've been taken for a ride. And I don't think Harry Carter's continued presence on this board is desirable.
It's all right with me.
I've given Mr. Carter three alternatives. You can minute this, Jenny. He can take Carter Express back and clear off, or he can become warehouse manager and work from 8 till 6 every day and pull his weight for a change, or we can buy him out at an appropriate figure. Mr. Carter has chosen the third of the
It's
alternatives.
pure fantasy, Ted. We don't know which way to turn to keep Hammond Transport going. How on earth are we going to find the money to buy him out?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know.
Would you mind leaving for the next part of the discussion?
Yes,
It
I
involves family matters.
Now, look, you offered me a deal. I want to know how you're going to follow through. He's right. You're on the verge of collapse, so where's my money coming from?
Dave?
Jill's father died a while ago. You know that. He was a fairly wealthy man, and Jill is a major beneficiary under his will. She's prepared to back us.
To what extent?
All we need to see us through and to buy Mr. Carter out. She's inheriting quite a bit. There's enough.
Invest money into the company. Won't you want a shareholding in return?
That would virtually give you control, Dave.
No, she wouldn't be buying in. She'd guarantee our present and future necessary loans and overdrafts, that's all.
Will there be sufficient funds for that?
Yes, just about.
Well, it would have to be a binding arrangement. There's an element of risk. She might lose her money.
She's prepared for that. She has faith in us all.
Boy, that's a convenient marriage you're making there, Dave. Congratulations.
Shall we give ourselves a little drink? I know it's very early in the day, but it is an occasion after all.
All right, let's.
Where are you going for your honeymoon? Or is that a secret?
No, but we haven't decided yet.
Oh, you're leaving it very late.
Well, we may just take the car and tour Normandy and Brittany.
Oh, no. You should go somewhere different. Go to the Bahamas, perhaps. I've always wanted to go there.
Well, we don't want to do anything too expensive. And anyway, David doesn't want to be away from the firm for very long.
Oh, nonsense. I'm sure they can get on perfectly well without him. Besides, I'm sure he's not that short of money.
Well, we'd rather spend it on somewhere to live, furniture, that sort of thing. Doesn't matter where we go on honeymoon, that's not important.
I don't agree with you at all, Jill. It should be somewhere unique, somewhere that you've never been to before and may never visit again. We haven't yet decided what my present should be, and...
Thank you, Mary, but
well, if you like to choose somewhere, I could perfectly well...
I'd
give
rather
you
you didn't, really.
Well, I can only ask. You're quite sure?
We'll be together wherever we are. That's all I care about.
I'd have to talk to Jill's solicitors, consult the executors of the estate.
Yes, but provided that's all right, will it work?
Oh, yes, without question. With such guarantees, we could continue normal operations, get back on an even keel, and buy out Mr. Carter as well.
Right, that suits me.
But I don't like it.
Nor do I.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Don't worry. I expect I like it even less than you do.
I'm very fond of Jill. She's a sweet girl, but that's not the point.
It's too personal.
Exactly. It's not a business proposition. It's a private favor, for no other reason than...
A convenient marriage?
Well, who cares if it gets you out of a hole?
I do.
Well, you people better make up your minds.
All right, Brian, I agree with everything you say, but have you got an alternative? Jenny?
I just feel it's wrong. Could we get a guarantee from anyone else?
No.
In a normal commercial way?
I've tried every source, every method I can think of.
We'd be under an obligation to Jill.
She'll be a Hammond soon.
Oh, of course, that makes a difference.
Yes, it does.
Well, speaking for the non-Hammonds on this board...
You can keep quiet. Now, this way, we keep the company afloat.
There must be something else we can do.
There is. Go into liquidation. Right, let's vote. All those in favour of accepting the offer? Dave?
I think I should abstain.
My vote goes in favour. That makes 2. Those against?
I'm abstaining.
Me too.
Right, carry.
No, it isn't, because I'm disregarding that vote.
You can't do that.
I've just done it. Now then, this is probably the most important decision we've ever taken. Whether Hammond Transport lives or dies. Now, if you 3 feel strongly enough about it, you can vote against. You can defeat this proposal, if you want to, by 3-2. But let's see your hands up this time, one way or the other. Right, again. Those in favour? Carried unanimously.
OK, Ted. I'll withdraw now. I'll be in your office. Let's get the wheels in motion.
I'll just have a final word with David about the champagne.
Good.
Will you keep on working? You hardly need to.
Well, there's no point in dusting a flat and then sitting around all day waiting for David to come home, is there?
No. Times change, I suppose. What about when you start having a family?
Oh, that won't be for a while. I think we should get used to each other first.
You've known David a long time.
Yes, but... well, being married, that's different, isn't it?
Yes, it can be. Very different. Better. And worse. Still, that won't apply to you, I know.
Well, we've agreed the terms, Mr. Castle. It's a question of drawing up the necessary documents and arranging payment. Hang on. 11 o'clock Tuesday suit your people?
I'll make sure it suits them.
Yes, we believe that'll be convenient from Mr. Carter's advice. In your office. Right.
Right, okay if I pick up my personal gear later on?
Whenever you like.
Right, well, I'm glad we got it sorted out with no hard feelings. You know, you fellas are in hock to your young brother now, and he's in hock to his little bride. I only hope they get on, because he can't very well walk out on her now, can he?
Hello.
Hello, darling. We had a hard day.
Oh, not the best I've known by a long chalk. Oh, I could use a drink. You?
Oh, a love one, thanks. Say, did you know the butcher and the
Sorry.
Sorry. I was just going to say, did you know the butcher in the Crescent is closed down? Burton's.
Oh, yeah.
I went shopping, and there was the window all boarded up.
Apparently Mr. Burton decided to sell up 3 months ago.
Well, what's he going to do, you know?
Well, according to... ice.
It's third you were saying?
Hmm? Oh, Burton, yes. He's decided to emigrate.
Really? You sure? It doesn't seem the type at all.
Well, so I gathered.
Did he tell you so himself?
No, I heard indirect.
Who from?
Apparently, his children were talking about it at school.
Oh, I see. Well, they ought to know.
Are we eating here? Would you like to go out somewhere?
I think your sense of smell must be deserting you. A ragout de boeuf bourguignon in the oven.
Sorry. I knew I noticed something. You shouldn't have bothered.
No bother at all. I thought that we'd have a nice, quiet evening here, all by ourselves.
Hi, Barbie.
Oh, it's you. Mum's in the bath. Did she know you were coming?
No, I don't mind waiting.
What are those? A token of your esteem?
Yeah, sort of. Don't tell her, eh? It's meant as a surprise.
I should think she'll be amazed. Sit down if you want to.
Oh, thanks.
We haven't got any beer.
Something wrong with you?
Of course not.
Come on, what is it? Boyfriend trouble?
I don't know any boys.
Okay, just tell your mum I'm here and get on with whatever you're doing.
I'm sorry, I feel a bit down today. Sorry.
That's all right. Rhinoceros skin, that's me.
Have you seen the ring yet?
What ring?
Jill's wedding ring.
No. Why?
Just wondered, that's all. I presume David's bought it.
Well, I don't know. I suppose so.
Oh, you'd better ask him. You are his best man, after all.
Yes, but I'm not his keeper.
Yeah, but I do wish you'd say what's upset you, instead of snapping at me over nothing.
Oh, it's this damn Carter business.
I never did like him. He was only polite to me to make a good impression, I know that.
Yes, well, he's politely shown us how we can be taken to the cleaners in 12 easy lessons.
Hi. Hope you don't mind me dropping in like this.
Suppose I did. Would you instantly disappear?
When I said my piece, yes.
I thought you'd said it.
I brought you these.
Thank you.
There's a card.
With respect and affection, always yours, Harry. Harry's the one who gives the flowers.
That's right.
Carter's the one who sets people up and takes what he wants.
Oh, the odds were even, Jenny. 4 of you, 1 of me.
I told you before. I prefer a few rules.
That's your weakness. There's only one thing I regret. You. That's why I wanted to say goodbye to you here instead of in the office.
Harry, you used me.
Only so far as you wanted to be used, Jenny.
Well, we haven't any beer.
I know.
Something else, whiskey?
Now, look, why don't you get yourself dressed and we'll have a night in the town? How about it? Say goodbye in style.
You're like a little boy. You want to be naughty and have everybody love you
Jenny,
just the same.
there could have been something between you and me. You know it and I know it. OK, we pretended not to notice, but if things have been a little different, who knows? I'll tell you something. I'll remember you long after I've forgotten about Hammond Transport.
I suppose that's the ultimate compliment.
Well, it is in my book, yeah. Right, that's my piece. Now, let's head for the soft lights and the sweet music.
Shall I put the chops on? Only I'm hungry.
Your mother's coming out to dinner with me, just to show there's no hard feelings.
All right. Have a good time.
You'll get a terrible shock one day. You won't get what you want.
That'll be the day.
Better try it on.
Oh, but I tried it on in the shop when we chose it.
Well, just to make sure. Is it all right?
Fine.
Good. That offer you made about the guarantee, there's a meeting about it in Mr. Castle's office, Tuesday, 11 o'clock.
All right.
That's on the assumption that you wouldn't rather think again.
Why should I?
When you discussed it with the executors of your father's estate, what did they think about the idea?
Well, I didn't really discuss it. I just told them what I wanted to do.
They were against it, weren't they? Anyone impartial would be.
I'm not impartial, David.
Jill, it could seem as if I was marrying you to get the firm out of trouble.
I thought I was marrying you.
There is a risk, Jill. If Hammonds fail,
You won't.
we could, and then you'd lose the money, all of it. Now, you do realize that.
You better put that somewhere safe. And don't let Edward lose it.
No, I won't.
Money's not important, David. Doesn't matter. We matter. That's all.
You like the liqueur?
Oh, I'll do that.
Oh, what a splendid dinner.
Thank you, darling.
I can never quite understand how you can cook so well when you don't really enjoy it.
Anyone who can read a cookery book can cook.
Oh.
And besides, tonight I did enjoy it. I mean, I really wanted to. But of course, that isn't to say that I never want you to take me out again.
Oh, no, of course not.
Ah.
Voila.
Well.
To the future.
Yes. Now, I've been wondering about the children, Anne. Should we have them back home again?
I think we should have a little time to ourselves. Just the two of us. Like we used to be when we were first married. Don't you?
Yes, perhaps you're right.
And later on, we'll see.
Oh.
Still here?
Yeah, patiently waiting.
Do you want me to chase her up?
No, there's no hurry.
All right. If you don't mind watching me eat.
It beats the zoo any day.
You caught me at a bad time when you arrived. I had a letter this morning. It upset me a bit.
Huh?
From someone I used to know. He was older than me. It was a perfectly nice letter. Just telling me what he was doing and saying that, well, he was trying to be nice anyway. It was a relationship that was great for a while. And now it's over, I can look back and think, I'm glad it happened, but it wasn't important. There was no future in it. I wasn't in love with him or anything like that.
These things happen. You're pretty young. You'll get over it.
I'll tell her to hurry up, shall I?
Yeah, all right, Barbara, thanks.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Thank you, darling.
I've been thinking this house has served its purpose. Perhaps in a month or so, when I'm sure the business is back on its feet again, perhaps we should look for somewhere else.
What for?
Well, you always used to say you thought it was too small.
That was then. But now the children are away at school, it's fine. We can always manage during the school holidays.
I thought you didn't like the district either.
You always take me so literally, darling. Later on, we'll see how we feel. But now, with just the two of us, well, I'm perfectly happy to stay here.
I'll dry, shall I?
Oh, let's leave the washing up until the morning, shall we?
Oh.
You know, we've had some good times in this house, as well as bad.
Yes. Yes, we have.
Hello. I'll get Mrs. Freeman to lay your place. I didn't think you were lunching in today.
No, I'm not. I'm going shopping with Barbara.
Oh.
Thank you for the invitation, David. It arrived this morning.
Yes, well, I'm sorry it was late. Yours sort of got left out somehow. Mother must have overlooked it.
Well, I doubt that, somehow. And she's right. I wish you every happiness. You know that, David, and so does Barbara. But, well, if we were there, it might create an awkward situation with your mother.
My mother isn't getting married.
No, but, well, it's a family occasion. And I don't want her to take offence. I don't want to upset her.
Barbara is family. She's my half-sister.
On the wrong side of the blanket, though.
Now, Jenny, it's time all that was forgotten.
It'll never be forgotten, you know that.
I'd like Barbara to be there, and I'd like you to be there. If you feel you have to refuse, well, I shall be very sorry. That's not a duty invitation, Jenny.
Well, I can't face the reception, really, but suppose we came to the church.
All right, fine.
Hello, Dave. I've been looking for you. Hello, Jenny.
Hello. I'm going down to the warehouse, David. Will you tell Barbara? I shan't be long.
All right. And I'll say goodbye.
I thought you'd said it.
Not quite. And good luck.
Well, I won't say the same to you. You don't need it.
What do I need, Jenny?
Bye, Harry.
Carry on, don't let it get cold. I just bought you a little something to say goodbye and no hard feelings. It's a travelling alarm clock for when you're going around the country drumming up all that new business.
Oh, thank you.
And that's your wedding present. I hope you like coddled eggs.
What?
It's a pair of egg coddlers. Well, genuine porcelain. They make good ornaments if you don't want to use them.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
Right, OK then, Dave, I'll say cheerio. Nice to have known you, and don't bother sending me a wedding invitation. Can't be there.
No? All right.
Ah, good. I brought you a farewell present. It's a pen. Supposed to have 5 miles of ink in it, so that should get you through a bit of figuring. It's solid silver, too. So if you don't like it, you can always hock it. Cheerio, Brian.
Goodbye. Well, thank you.
Mine.
Some decent cigars for a change. Genuine Havana. Go on, have one now. Go on.
Oh. Yes, well, thank you. Sit down. How about you?
Yeah, don't mind if I do. You know, I made a mistake, Ted. I thought Hammond's was the firm for me. Not too big yet, but ready to boom. Go public in a year or two, maybe, then there'd be some real money around. But I was wrong. It's just a stuffy little family business, and I haven't got the time to sort you lot out. I'd rather make what I can on the deal and move on.
Yes, well, we'll have to learn to live with our loss, won't we?
You know, you could be a big man, Ted, but you've got one handicap.
Oh, what's up?
You're too honest. Now, shake that off, and you'll be a millionaire yet.
Thanks for the tip.
No trouble. All right?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I got fed up watching you light those cheap things. Well, I've still got a few calls to make. Shan't see you again, Ted. Cheerio.
No. Cheerio.
Hello, Barbie. Your mum said to tell you she won't be long.
Okay.
Oh, Barbara, would you like to wait in here?
Thank you.
Cheerio, Barbie.
Bye.
Well, sit down for a minute.
Thank you.
Oh, how are you?
All right.
How's art school?
Not bad.
Good. Good. Oh, are you still keen on that abstract, whatever it was?
Hard-edged abstract.
That's it.
I find it pretentious and self-indulgent.
I thought you liked it.
No,
Oh,
not anymore.
I see. Well, what else have you moved on to?
Nothing.
Oh, I expect it takes 1 or 2 years studying different forms.
I may leave art school.
I thought that's what you wanted.
Yes, I did.
Barbara, if you know what you want, then stick at it. See it through, no matter what happens.
I don't know anymore. There was someone I admired and respect, but when it came to the point, he wasn't committed at all. He sold out.
Oh. Who was he?
Just someone.
Oh, that fellow your mother mentioned. The painter.
Well, there's more to it than that, you see. It's not difficult to be good in the sixth form. But at art school, everyone's good. I thought I had talent, but maybe it was just a facility. And if I haven't got real talent, then I'm just wasting my time, aren't I?
Look, if you want to leave, you can come and work here. We can find a place for you.
Thanks, but I thought I'd do a bit of travelling before I decided what to do. Use what's left of my £1,000. See the world.
Yes, well, that's a good idea.
Excuse me, have you... Oh, there you are.
Edward has just offered me a job.
What on earth for?
Oh, we were just talking, you know. Well, it's nice to have seen you again, Barbara.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, don't call me. I'll call you.
2 of us here would turn your hair white.
Yes, quite likely.
There's a card as well.
Oh. With respect and affection, always Harry.
Hammond's are buying me out, you see. By mutual agreement. No hard feelings. But I won't be around anymore. So I thought I'd just like to say what a privilege it's been to know you, Mrs. Hammond.
Mr. Carter, would you like to know my opinion?
But what about Mrs. Hammond?
About you, Mr. Carter. Although whether you do or not, I intend to tell you.
Well, in that case,
It seems to me, Mr. Carter, that you measure everything in terms of money. You're motivated entirely by self-interest and you have no consideration for other people whatsoever.
Now, look, I don't know what Edward's been telling
in
you.
all your dealings with my family, you've been concerned only with your own advantage from beginning to end. You appear to have made money out of it, but you will find there are certain things you cannot buy. You will kindly take these flowers to the nearest hospital, Mr. Carter. Good day.
But you got it all wrong, Mrs. Hammond. Well, you don't understand business, that's what it is.
Business means lying and cheating and grabbing. I don't wish to understand it, Mr. Carter. Respect and affection. I have no respect for you, Mr. Carter, nor for what you are. Nor do I want you in my house.
But please, Mrs. Hammond,
Goodbye,
you don't
Mr.
understand.
Carter.
coffee?
This is cold. I did call you earlier to say it was ready.
Oh, surely you don't expect me to leap out of bed to make breakfast for you every morning, do
I
you?
didn't say anything. Never mind.
There's no children to get off to school, and anyway, I like to come round slowly.
That's all right. I must go.
Oh, I promised Frank Davis you'd ring him today to confirm Friday.
Friday?
Yes, Frank and Sarah have invited us to dinner. I did tell you.
No, you didn't.
Well, they have.
Well, I can't make Friday.
Why not?
Why, have a drink with David. He's getting married on Saturday, remember?
All right, if you prefer to behave like an adolescent and get drunk at a bachelor's farewell party, you go ahead. I did promise Sarah, but don't you let that worry you.
I'll ring Frank this morning. He'll understand.
And what would you like me to do on Friday? Listen to Marla and drink medium sherry? Marla bores me, darling. Medium sherry makes me feel sick.
And please, let's not start all this again.
It's just that I don't like being put second all the time. Perhaps Pamela Graham didn't mind, but I do.
I'll ring Frank and arrange something for next week. I'll call you from the office and tell you what he said.
I shan't be in. I'm going out. Shopping. Buy a new dress. David's wedding.
David,
Hang on.
time you took me back to your mother's.
Won't be a minute. Stomach lining.
Don't drink too much, will you? I'd rather you didn't stumble down the aisle tomorrow with a terrible hangover.
I can still mumble I do, even if I'm paralytic.
David.
No. All right. I may as well get used to being nagged.
I wasn't nagging.
Not much.
No, not much.
How do you feel?
Nervous?
Yes.
You too?
Very.
Why?
I thought marriage was for other people.
And you die a lonely old man.
With many, many memories.
And a lot of children.
But no wives.
Well, it's not too late.
16 hours left.
So, if you don't turn up tomorrow?
You'll know what's happened.
Mr. and Mrs. David Hammond.
Sounds all right.
Do you think you'll ever get knighted?
Come on. We're going to be late.
Sir David and Lady Hammond. That's much nicer.
Come on, Lady Hammond. They'll be waiting.
Yeah, there you go. That's the who down the cash label. Here you go with James Brown, son.
Thank you.
Yeah, David.
Bed?
Well, here he is now.
Ah!
Sorry.
Thought you weren't coming.
I take Jill to Mother's.
We're miles ahead of you.
Well, he is. He's been here since 6 o'clock.
Been having the time of my life.
There's ogling the go-go down.
Oh, come on now.
I better start catching up.
Well, they're all teed up waiting.
Thanks.
Well, hang on. Long life and happiness.
Aye. And all the luck in the world.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
What about a little brandy and soda?
All right.
I think it'll do us both good. What would you like to eat?
I'm not hungry.
Oh, nonsense. You must have something. An omelette, perhaps. You can manage that.
All right. Perhaps later.
I know how you feel, Jill. I can remember the eve of my own wedding. Robert was full of fire when he was young, almost wild, and very poor. My family were against it. They thought I was making a terrible mistake. That I was marrying beneath me. People said things like that in those days. And I began to, well, not doubt myself exactly. I knew I loved him. But I wondered whether that was enough. Marriage. To promise away the rest of my life. Well,
Yes, I know.
of course you do.
I wish I'd known your husband. you got any photographs of him?
Yes. I keep them in my room. Jill, since you'll be family, there's something that I think you ought to know. Otherwise, there may be certain things you won't understand. Jennifer Kingsley was my husband's mistress for a very long time. That's why he left her a quarter of the business. Barbara Kingsley is Robert's daughter, so David's half-sister.
Oh.
I only knew all this after my husband's death. It was kept concealed during his lifetime. Otherwise, I might have divorced him. I may have regretted it afterwards. I always loved him. But I think I'd have divorced him had I known. Barbara, I'm very fond of. I see much of Robert in her, and I wish I could do more to help her. Jennifer Kingsley, no. I find it hard to tolerate her mere presence in the same room.
Oh, well, it's my shout this time.
Now, put it away, Bill. You're not buying tonight.
Who says I'm not? Now, listen, young David, don't you come that direct to stuff with me, not tonight.
All right.
My money's as good as yours any old day of the week. Same again, miss.
No, tomato juice for me.
Ah, get off. Same again. All bridegrooms should be well pickled like walnuts. Right, Mr. Hammond?
I wouldn't know.
I remember when I got wed. The lads took me out, and your dad were there, one of us. Always took his turn to shove the boat out, did your dad?
Hey, I've just remembered.
Not for me.
No, go on. Bill.
Oh, where did these come from, eh? Fell off the back of a lorry, did they?
Farewell present from Mr. Carter.
Well, since it's an occasion.
What do you mean, farewell?
No, we parted company with Mr. Carter.
Ah, good thing, too. I should be glad to be shot of those little vans of his.
Oh, no, we've kept the vans. We just bought him out.
Oh, have you now? Someone must have come into some money.
My father's second marriage was childless. He always used to spoil me with presents and things. I suppose his will was a last present.
Or perhaps he just wanted to make amends. When I first heard my husband's will read out, I thought he was trying to hurt me, but now I realise he was trying to put the record straight. As he saw it, anyway.
Apparently he'd been meaning to do something about death duties, but hadn't got round to it. I don't suppose he expected to die yet. He wasn't very old.
Still a considerable sum of money, Jill. Is David going to ring you tonight?
No, he didn't know what time he'd be getting back. And anyway, I want an early night.
Yes. I hope David has a reasonably early night, too.
The trouble is, I remember the old days. Before you had your motorways and your spaghetti junctions and all that stuff. You knew you were driving a lorry in them days, right, Mr. Hammond?
Right, Phil.
I mind a day on the Great North Road. Me driving one lorry, you'd had another. Hammond Transport, you were called, even in them days. Though we'd done but 5 lorries then. Anyhow, it's winter, right? January. Bitter cold, even when we left London. So by this time, it's snowing. And I'm beginning to think about Shapfell. Oh, like an Iceland I used to get sometimes. Oh, your dad and me had this bet on. Who'd get to Clydeside first, I forgot to tell you that. Anyhow, I get to Shapfell. Oh, and it's only terrible. Worst I've ever known it. Oh, a real blizzard blowing. Cars and lorries abandoned all over the place. Mind you, I'm well ahead of you down there. At least, I thought I was.
Hello?
Hello?
Is one of your haunts?
No. Some people wanted me to have a drink with them.
And you happen to choose this pub?
Jill happened to mention where you'd been. I thought we might have a drink together.
Well, come and join us.
Give me a few minutes. We're talking business.
Well, don't leave it too long. We'll be calling time soon.
And the next thing, I've skidded off the road into a snowdrift, right up to the axles. And then I see this lorry coming down the road with the Hammond livery on it, and I know it's got to be your dad, right? So I go out into the road to wave him down, and you know what happened? Yeah, you listen to this, young David. This will tell you something about your dad. Where is he? Oh, there you are. Well, you know what happened? Your dad drove straight past. He sent a breakdown van back for me, but he was determined to win his bet. You see, 10 bob it was.
couldn't join you for a drink before the pub closed. You can give me one now. Scotch, please. Straight. My flat seems quite empty since Jill's been staying with your mother.
Yes, I suppose it does.
Your big day tomorrow, then?
Yes.
Thanks. Well, the bridegroom.
Thank you.
May he be ever loving and ever faithful. Well, I suppose it's time for bed.
Yes, Oh, don't think you saw those.
Oh, no.
Yes, you'll have to get up early in the morning. I'll call you with a cup of tea.
Oh, no, you needn't bother to do that.
It's no bother. I'm always about early anyway. I don't seem to sleep as much as I did at one time. Besides, I'd like to, Jill.
All right, thank you. Who's that?
That's David. 6 weeks.
Is it?
Yes, you keep it.
Thank you, I'd like to.
I had intended to talk to you as your mother might have done. Perhaps it's not necessary.
I don't think it is, no.
No. But there is one thing I would like to say, Jill. I couldn't be happier that you and David are getting married.
Well, I'm pretty happy about it myself.
He's a very lucky young man, and I've told him so.
I love him, Mary.
I know you do. David loves you very much. I know that, too.
Jill left her scarf behind.
Did she?
It was over there.
Oh.
Aren't you having one?
No.
A clear head for the morning.
Yes.
So tomorrow you'll be a married man.
Yes.
I predicted that the first time we met.
Yes. You called me a typical husband-to-be.
Oh, I'm never wrong. Am I ever wrong?
You're never wrong.
I'll give you another piece of information. You're a fool. Also something of a coward.
Thank you.
Jill's pretty and nice and you're used to her, and you settled for that.
I wouldn't call it settling by a long way.
'Tis, and you know it. There's a chemistry between you and me, but it might explode, so you decided to run away to safety. Or you think you have. It won't work, David. What are you thinking now?
I'm thinking I want you to finish that drink and to get out of my life.
Jenny, you're not going yet, are you?
We shan't be coming to the reception.
Oh, well, hang on a minute, will you?
Why?
The bridal party, please.
Yes.
Mother?
Where's Edwin?
Ted?
Just hang on, will you?
Hello, Mrs. Howard. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You'd better take this.
What?
Jill's scarf. I walked off with it last night by accident. It might look rather odd if I gave it to you.
We're wanted.
What for?
Photographs.
Oh, God. What boring occasions these weddings are.
And again, we're all looking for camera again. Oh, so yes, that's nice. All right, George.
This yacht here. No, darling.
Excuse me for a moment. Do you think we could go to the reception? It's getting cold.
You go on, Mother. I'll see you later.
Edward.
Jenny. I'll take you.
Antique Antics, next in Never the Twain.